Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about career and we why career aspirations are started. Do you know? Because we simply want to inspire young, energetic people, and we want to help people to plan their career. Definitely, this content will help you to understand what is career, why we should plan, and the importance of career planning and everything. I know you'll love it. And then before that, please guys don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this channel because its major objective is to inspire and share our hands-on knowledge with young generation, and so that they won't face the problem that we had faced during our career. So, Sunil, can we start our topic today?
Yeah.
So, what do you say?
Let's start with what is career.
Alright, yeah. So, what do you think? What is career?
Okay, career is not just a job. It's something that is lifelong, that goes on throughout your life, and again beyond that too.
Exactly, career is not something that you start today and finish tomorrow, right? So, job is part of career. It's a small chunk of career. So, to build a career is not starting a job. To build a career, you should have concrete plan. So, what is that plan? What kind of plan that is, and then how should you start your career? There are a lot of questions inside the head of young generation and inside the head of those people who just are doing their job to fulfill their daily needs, right? Daily economic needs, more precisely. So, career are two different things. When you say job, it's a particular task or it's very tiny task of your responsibility, right? So when you complete that task, you'll get something by the your supervisor or some organization that who assigned that task to you. So that's why job is very short term, very small part of your career. So if you start your job, you might lose tomorrow, or you may face the problem where to work, how to work, what sort of job will make you rich, or what sort of job will be long lasting. There are a lot of questions like that. So to solve this sort of dilemma, to help people to get out of this kind of dilemma, we have started this channel. So yes, I hope I think viewers are listening to us and they will understand what career is very short term, and you'll just work for your daily fulfillment, right? Daily economic fulfillment and all. But when you are talking about career, it's long term and it's rewarding, and you should love your career, right? So career is longer way or longer path of your entire professional life. So how do we start that long term journey, right? How do we start that very long journey today? If you just jump into something, will you be able to reach there wherever you are thinking about, wherever we are planning about, whatever we are talking about? Do you think so?
Indeed not. It's like when you just get into a job, you do not have a tendency to plan further into taking your career with that job. But if you are planning for a career, it's not just a single job. It's about planning for your whole life. What you are gonna do your further days. What are you gonna do in next 5 years? It's like planning for your life, like an investment. Like you are saving some amount of money for buying a house in next 5 years. It's similar to that. And again, after buying your house, you are planning to get a car in another 5 years. It's similar to that. Not career is not just a job, not just a task. It's about long-term planning with persistence.
So you should have purpose, right? In life, everyone has their own purpose. So to fulfill that purpose, one job will not get you there, right? So you have to think about your career. You have to start today. It's tomorrow's investment. So for that investment, you should lose something. I mean, you might have to spend time. You might have to able to get some good job somewhere. So that job will make you understand what is career and is this fit for me, or is this job is interesting for me. If that is not, you can think about your next plan and you can choose your further path, right? But for that, if you don't think about your destination and your path, you won't be able to reach there. So first thing is first, you must start today and you should plan and you should take a piece of paper and write what is your destination in terms of career. It could be in terms of discipline. It could be in terms of position. It could be in terms of organization. What sort of organization you would like to work for? There are a lot of things that you need to understand before starting your job. So if you are recently graduated, or if you are recently SE passed out student, right?
Yeah.
You need to think about your career. What am I going to do in the future? Because accordingly you will plan your learning, you will plan your college, you will plan your course of actions in meantime, right? So before starting something, you should think about your end point, not the starting point. End point. Where do you want to be in the next 5 years, or 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? So while planning your career, what should be major focus, right? That is very important part again. So if you would like to listen in summarized version of that point, what is career planning is creating or developing smart goals for your career. What are the smart goals? What do you think? What should be the considering factors for career planning?
Okay, smart goals are not just smart. I like to think smart. I go for doing smart things and smart jobs. It's not that. It's specific, measurable, attainable, time-bound, and realistic goals. It must be a specific thing. If you are doing an engineering course, you like to go into the field of engineering. It's a specific goal.
Exactly. Smart, specific, right? Specific is some point of action, right? What do you want to achieve by the time period? There is time frame, right? We all have limited time. We don't have 36 hours in a day. Everyone has same 24 hours, right? But in that 24 hours, what would you like to get? And point A to point B, timeline, very specific. How would you like to move there? Another thing, but what is the measurable thing? For example, someone is starting 11th grade today. By the age of 24, what he or she would like to achieve in terms of knowledge? right? Now that knowledge achievement depends on your goal. That goal you have already set, right?
The specific goal.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you have already set.
If someone wants to be a doctor, right? If really wants to be, he is or she is passionate about it, he wants or she wants to be a doctor. Today, what he or she need to do? Today, she will be definitely doing science background or science discipline, or someone who wants to build or support his or her family business. Definitely, she or he will move towards management discipline, right? So accordingly, if someone wants to be a microbiologist, or someone wants to be a pilot, or someone wants to be, accordingly they will choose their discipline today. But they have what they should have: specific and measurable, specific goals, right? So
Like you want to be a
yeah, doctor, right? But it's he's just starting his +2 or intermediate education. But what is he or she is thinking about is endpoint.
and doctor.
Endpoint, right?
Yeah.
What is that endpoint? To
Being
be
a
a doctor,
doctor.
being a doctor. He or she is visualizing being a doctor,
Yeah.
right?
It's a person
So
as
that's measurable. That's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Smart goal. For example, let's not talk about big thing. Let's take a very simple example. If you are going to school or college, or if you are today going to office. Before that, it's your first day. Say for example, it's your first day. Before that, what do you think? You think about destination, right? Where is your office or where is your school located at? Where is your college, right? You think about destination. Then you think about what? Time, right?
Yeah.
What will be the
Starting hours
yeah,
and ending hours.
yes. What will be the total hours? And then how long it will take to be there, right? What is the time to reach there? Destination, right? That is also very measurable. Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Or half an hour. It's all measurable. And then first, what you did? You thought about your office destination, right? The second thing, time, right? Time two. One is your office hours. Second is your
Working hours.
yes,
Distance.
destination travel hour. Let's say travel. So to reach in your office, what we have to consider a lot of things, right? Time, destination, traffic, and all. And once you plan everything like that, you will be able to reach on time. Otherwise, you will not be able to reach on. If you have your own vehicle, let's talk about your one vehicle. If you have your one vehicle, definitely you will reach bit ahead than people who are taking public vehicles, because you have got that tool, right? For career also, if you create or if you become very professional to use that certain tools that helps to be your career destination, you will reach bit earlier than others. One of them is career planning. Career planning itself is a tool, right? Likewise, if someone who is taking public vehicle and he or she doesn't have proper idea of a total time duration that will take to be in our office, and office hour, total office hour, starting hour and ending hour, first thing he or she might miss his or her first bus, where it could be by 30 minutes or it could be by a second. It doesn't matter. If you don't plan, you lose that. Planning is very important, and on top of that, Sunim was talking about specific.
planning.
Why we should be very specific about our planning, and why our goals should be specific, whether it is career or other thing. So being specific is very important and vital. You should not miss it.
Next is measurable. SMART. The M part is measurable part, where you must be specific with measuring different parts of your planning. Like you will be reaching from your home to office in 30 minutes. Then within the first hour you reach the office, you will be doing some certain work, and after the break time you will be doing some certain kind of work. You will be measuring this time, and you will be moving forward until the end of the day. Like you have 8 hours in a day, you will be measuring each task in a time bound manner.
Yes, exactly. Like career, how can I measure the career planning, right? You might have that sort of question inside your head, but look, time will not wait for anyone or anything. If you are going to start your career late 90s or 80s, definitely you will get the result according to your time. You will not be able to get the result if it is not exceptional, right? If it is not impacted by external forces or something like that. In general, if you are not starting with your goal measurable kind of tools, you will not be able to reach there. For example, if you are if you are starting your college, let's say if you are starting your BBA degree today, if you don't think you will be able to pass in 4 years, I don't think you will be able to achieve that your career goal as per your projected time, right? Because total time to pass your BBA is normally 4 years, but if you are taking another 1 year, that will be consuming your career total career time frame out of the total career time frame, right?
Yeah.
Because for example, if you are separating your time for career 25 years or 20 years to be professional or to reach end point, out of that 24 years, you have already spent 4 years for your BBA, and due to your inefficiency or let's say you are not being able to get that certificate on time, you are consuming another 1 year out of your 25 years. So it means exactly you have planned that. You had 4 years of planning only, 25 years of planning, but you forget to plan about your short-term courses or short-term plan, which is 4 years that you are supposed to finish that course within 4 years to reach your end point. So goals should be measurable step by step, not just at the end. So measurable is also very important part when you are planning for career, right?
Next one is attainable goals. You must always remember that the goal you have chosen should be attainable. The ones that are unattainable goals, that will hamper your career. I would like to give you an example. If you are planning for a longer goal of around 25 years for your career, and you have not completed your BBA degree within the stipulated time, it doesn't seem attainable due to the time boundness. What you have planned, like for within the 25 years, you might have planned to become general manager of a certain company, or you might want to retire after 25 years of service to some company and start your own ventures. And due to your unattainable goal of starting with BBA and not ending it within the time bound 4 years, you are now lagging for your career. But in case you had chosen another degree, as our general view, BBS is much easier than BBA. If you had chosen BBS and you would have completed it within the stipulated time that of 4 years, you could have reached to the level where you had wished to be in next 25 years.
Yes, exactly. If we talk about it from the career point of view, for example, if you would like to achieve something, or if you would like to get some job or something, some career milestones. For if someone asks you, where do you want to be in the next, down the line of 10 or 5 years, within 10 or 5 years, what would be your answer? Somewhere, in top position. That's not attainable. Somewhere. What is somewhere? Right? There has to be something very specific, smart, and now attainable. Now, attainable within 5 years. If you are starting today, if you are starting your career today, and you are saying you will be somewhere in the upper pyramid of the career, so is it attainable? You have to think twice. Or if you are starting your BBA today, you would like to finish your BBA next year. As per the parameters, as per the university's parameters, is it possible or is it attainable? You need to think about your measurable parameters when you are setting your smart goals and smart goals for your career. For example, you would like to be millionaires within 2 years. So that sounds very nice to your ears, but when it comes to real world, when it comes to work, is it attainable? So while planning your career along with your studies and everything, knowledge and everything, is this attainable? You need to think about it. You have to prepare your goal as per your planning, as per your previous two steps. One is specific and measurable. Everything should be measurable, whether it is your career goals, whether your personal, something very personal goals. If they are not measurable or attainable, you might lose a lot of other opportunities as well. So while planning your career, you should think about these smart steps.
Next one is realistic goals. You must always go for realistic goals.
Yes.
It must not be unrealistic. For example, if you are studying BBA degree, you should think of realistic view for your future. After completing your BBA degree, you must join some management related work. But if you think of I do BBA degree now and become a doctor 5 years later, that is not realistic goal.
Yeah, exactly. On time, you should think about realistic. How realistically I am thinking, right? How realistically I am planning. How realistically I am choosing my career path. That is very important. If you would like to land in moon within 24 hours, is that realistic? That is also goal, right? If someone says, I definitely would like to land in a moon within 24 hours, definitely that's a goal.
Yeah.
Right? That's a goal. You cannot deny. You cannot say someone like, this is not your goal. That is goal, but
it's not realistic.
Yeah, exactly. When you plan for a career, that should be very realistic as per your knowledge, skills, abilities, and then the degree that you have got. So if someone say like, oh, Nepal ma ke garnu sakiदैन, I'm using Nepali language. We cannot do anything in Nepal because, or in India or in South Asia. It's because of lack of planning. It's because all the lack of planning that we failed in the past. So now, whatever time we have, whatever ability we have, whatever knowledge we have, accordingly, we should plan our goals very realistic and very attainable, very specific, right? So, don't waste your time, and while planning your career, don't forget to use these tools.
Smart tools. Next one is time bound.
Yeah.
This is one of the very important part of smart goals. What you have planned must always be time bound so that you can push yourself. For an example, if you are planning to reach to a certain level, let's use our first example. Coming to office or coming to school. Let's talk about coming to school. It must be time bound. Like the school starts at 6 a.m. in the morning. I will reach the school before 6 a.m. It can be 5:30, 5:45 a.m. I will reach school by 5:45 a.m. and I will stick to that. And I will have 15 minutes spare time to plan my day, to plan what we will be studying in our first class, second class, third class. And similarly, time bound is how we plan our classes too.
Exactly. Look, time, as I told you in previous discussion, time, we all have limited time. So out of that limited time, you cannot have unlimited time, right? Whatever you do, you have very limited time. Even every human being or creature in earth, they all have very limited time in earth. Now, if you would like to take unlimited time, you don't have that sort of flexibility in everywhere you go, right? So time bound is very important. So if you are not time bound, it's a kind of discipline inside yourself. It's something that you should compulsorily build inside yourself, because this is discipline. So that's why we are talking about a smart goal. If you are not giving damn to your time, then you won't be able to reach anywhere. Time bound is you have to stay within the given time frame or the given time period, and you have to achieve within that certain period. For example, if you are thinking about achieving certain level of goals in 10 years, you are talking about 10 years. That 10 years duration is time. Whole duration 1 to 10 is the time that you have, but again you can segregate that time into different parts as per the project, as per your career planning. Maybe you'll be giving 2 years to complete your master's, another 2 years to understand corporate world, another 2 years to reach mid-level, executive level, or maybe assistant officer level, another 2 years for mid-level, another 2 years manager level, or something like that. So we all have limited time. Don't forget time bound while planning your career. So these are very much realistic tools. So we are not just taking these things out of book and presenting to you to make our video, but we all face that in our career time. Whatever time we are working in corporate world, we have faced something in the past, or we have experienced something like this guy still struggling to get a job, because they had not prepared, like considering this kind of smart goal. Almost we know we all know about the smart goals, but we always fail to consider these tools in our planning. So these two, we highly recommend you to consider these tools while planning your career or something. I mean, not just career, something else that you would like to plan.
What we should do to plan our career?
Yes. What do you think? What do you think, guys? So please comment below. We are expecting your positive and inspiring comments below. Because what should we do? What are the basic mantras that every individual need to follow while planning your career? So you know about smart tools, right? Smart goal setting procedures and how you should adapt these smart tools. Now, first, while talking about career, you should consider yourself first. As an individual, do I have your own reflection? What sort of skill set I have? What sort of degrees I have? What was my planning while I started my college? And today I have graduated. Is that the same plan I'm thinking about, or is that the same goal today I'm stick to, or I would like to say? These happen. These sort of psychological or inside interactions should happen within yourself before starting something. Am I ready for corporate world? So first thing is understand yourself.
Self-actualization.
Yes, self-actualization. Am I right fit for the job market, or what are the skills that required by job market? Now I'm fresh graduate. How can I know all these things? This could be your big question, right? So there is always some way out if you really want to get it. So if you're thinking about that sort of questions, you can reach out to your family, you can reach out to your mentor, you can always reach out to your teacher, you can always reach out to your seniors, those who are working in corporate world. I'm thinking about this career, or I'm thinking about this job. What are the basic skill set that this job requires? You can ask them, and definitely you'll get good help, good support from them, and they'll feel like, oh, I'm supporting someone. Or if you would like to ask us, both of us, we are always open to advise you. So first, understand yourself. Then assess all the skill sets that required by job market. Are you eligible, or do you have skill set that required by job? Now you have already examined yourself, and you come to know that that job is I'm very much interested or very much keen to work for that organization and to get that position, but I don't have this. There is always next time, right? There is always next time, and you should not always focus to learn new things. Now you have examined yourself, you find some gaps. Now always find a way to fulfill that gap, right? Now let's say he or she already gained the sort of knowledge that's required by organization or job. Now he again or she again wants to apply for that job. What next? I know myself, right? You know yourself, and you have already examined yourself, and now you have identified gap and you have fulfilled that gap, right? Now you would like to again try for that position or that job or that career, let's say. Now what are the things that you should plan for?
Now we should always see for the right fit company.
Yes.
the company which you want to work for, the values that the company holds should also be be the value that you hold.
Yes, yes, exactly. The value matters, and your purpose and your interest matters. If your values and company's value differs, you will not be able to grow, or neither you will be able to give something to that company. So you should think about your purpose, your self belief and value, and you can check that values from different mediums. You can ask someone, or you can visit their organization, or you can explore from websites.
Obviously.
These days, a lot of organizations are putting up their values and core vision missions and everything in their website. So you
But-
can analyze
But
that.
also,
part.
that can also be deceiving.
Yes, yes.
So we must also refer to media.
Exactly. Yeah. When you are talking about big corporate house and the dreams of that you want to land, and you can always refer to media, and you can always go to their employees and approach them, and then ask what sort of culture that you people believe in, and what sort of practices that you have. I would like to be part of your organization, but I have doubt whether I will be able to make it or not, because of not just skill, right? Because of the value system that your organization have, and my own personal value system and purpose of life.
Yeah.
So you should ask someone who is working for that organization. So once you settle, you think you are fit for that organization in terms of value, and in terms of purpose, in terms of the organization where they want to be, so you can always take further step. Otherwise, you always have to take another option, right? There is always another option. So we talked about first step. You need to know yourself, reflection. Second, that skill that you have. Then we talked about the skill gap, how to fulfill the skill gap. Third, we talked about value system. That is very important. Rather than job or career, you should consider this step very seriously, right? Now, third, you have skills, you have degree, right? You have examined yourself and fulfilled all the gap. You think value system that company has and you are aligned, and you think you'll be enjoying that job. Now it's time to dive into the right position. Before diving into that right position, you should have your reflection in papers. What that means is you should have your credentials ready and true, right? If you are preparing your credentials and you are copying from internet, and when you appear in your first interview, if hiring manager found out that you are saying something else and your document is reflecting something else about your emails, your documents, your credentials are your brand emails, your let's say brand communicator. So these kind of credentials should be true and based on your knowledge, and you should know your credentials, you should read them, you should repeat them, you should check them, you should understand them. You should understand the difference between resume and CV. You should know cover letter. You should check the specifications and the qualification that is required by a job. So these are the very simple but very important thing that always every candidate are missing these days. We have interviewed a lot of candidates. If we see their resumes and if we examine their resume, their resume is reflecting that these guys are excellent and amazing. they will bring something new to the company, and they will be next leader for our organization. We perceive like that, but when you face them in first round of interview, oh yeah, that's your real picture. So you are
What I
showing
expected.
yourself a big line and very a strong line with heavy muscles and everything. But when you are facing your interview, you are showing like you are a small cat. So these kind of things should be avoided. So before applying for your job, for the job that you want to get, you should know your credentials, which is
Correct.
another very important step, right? So do you have anything to share about this?
Yeah, I would like to share one of my experience.
Yeah.
As I'm working in HR, there are very many CVs that come across my table,
Mhm.
and there are very few CVs that are actually the real CVs of those people. Like many CVs are like they have fake credentials in their CVs. That is very bad for your own brand image. Actually, when we see the CV, we think that this CV has a lot of potential. This person has a lot of potential. He can give in so much to our company. It feels like you are the one that the company wants. But when we go to the interview and start interviewing the person, it's like
Exactly.
not
Yeah,
as
true,
expected.
exactly. He is speaking real experience with you, sharing real experience with you guys. So don't do that. Please don't do that. If you are not comfortable to create collaterals or credential like that, take expert help, and or you can always contact. It's not like always people will ask you for payment or money or something. Some people can help you without cost. So you can take expert help. You can take reference whether that sort of credentials are fit for my personality or my real capability. So these sort of fake credentials creates bad impression. So don't do that, and that won't help you. That will ruin your career instead of developing good career. So this is very bad. So careers, yeah, we talk about how to set smart goals while planning for career. We talk about the steps, that important steps, importance of career planning, why it is important, and how to start doing career planning. So these are very important and real experience based need of our career planning. So don't miss these steps, guys. I'm telling you secret. So this kind of steps steps really or approach really helps you. These are very basic advices to you. This is our first
basic, but
yeah,
one
basic.
most important steps.
Yeah, worthy and most important steps that you should consider. You all know, but don't forget to practice it and don't forget to learn. You can learn from anyone. It's not about you are someone is junior or senior, and skill set that they have matters rather than junior in terms of numbers, in terms of age, or in terms of hierarchy. It's always about learning. It's not about the junior and senior. You can learn from anyone, anywhere, any source. Definitely we'll talk more about the career planning, and we'll bring some specific topics to you, and we'll talk about the credentials and their format, and then definitely we'll talk about career planning credentials, and very short video will make if you guys really interested, we can do that later. And then till then, guys, keep yourself safe and your family, and stay happy, stay very healthy with your family, and friends, and don't panic. Pandemic situation, this is not first time we are facing this sort of situation, but some of you are facing for the first time, but people who already are 50 years plus or 45 years plus, they have already experienced this sort of pandemic situation. So in pandemic situation, if you are staying back home, how to utilize this time is most important. So you can learn about career planning, you can learn about the career credentials that you need to prepare, you can learn about the interview techniques, you can learn about some other crash courses or short courses from internet. We all have access to internet, so don't waste your time is very limited, as we already told. We all are bounded by time. It is beyond the control of human, so don't be uncontrollable in terms of time. So all the best, guys. This is very first video together. We will come up with very interesting and very rewarding, very implementable or very practical. We will not be fake, guys, because we are not putting very heavy stuffs here to impress you. We are just talking to you as experienced people in commercial world, and the experience we have gained is something that we have faced in past. So guys, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe this channel. So thank you so much giving a very energetic and good company to me in this session. We both will come again for you guys, and we definitely would like to learn something out of you and from you guys. You can always suggest us, and always help us to improve our quality of service for you. This is free of cost. We are not taking monetary or non-monetary benefit from you people. This is for free, and subscribing this is also free. Guys, don't be so greedy. That is not good again, right? So guys, keep tuned. Thank you so much.